and I thank you for helping me deliver your messages. Greetings, dear soul. I am Crispy. Really. A Mayan, Gaian, Pleiadian emissary of light. Really. And today I'm going to tell you all about the Pleiadian perspective on the Mayan birthdays of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Now, the Mayan calendar came to Earth from the Pleiades, and if you don't believe me, do your own research, and you can start with this video right here. So let's see, ladies first or age before beauty? Well, all right, let's start with the dawn. Dawn Donald is called stabilizing dusk. Stabilizing means tone 4. That stands for the 4 elements, the 4 directions, the 4 seasons, the 4 times of the day, and the 4 bodies. The physical body, the spiritual body, the emotional body, and the thinking body, also called the mental body or the psychological body. Those are the 4 bodies. So those are all encompassed within the energies of tone 4, the 4th tonal, stabilizing. Dusk, his narwhal or glyph, is all about dreams and homes or dwellings, or the place where we hope to find sanctuary. And here's all of the key code words for both stabilizing and dusk. Take a screenshot. I'm not going to leave it very long. Now, coming back to his Da Vinci Codex, as I like to portray things, you can see that I've come up with the little phrase mysterious foundational dreams, and that comes from combining a few of those key code words. We don't really know what his dreams really are, do we? So that's where that one came from. Right. Now, another thing I always tell my clients is the exemplars, the people who have the same Mayan birthday as themselves in their core self position and in each of their guiding positions. Stabilizing dusk, other guides are H.G. Wells, Dr. Norman Cousins, and Maxine Waters. Now, H.G. Wells, rather famous writer, who gave us such classics as War of the Worlds, Island of Dr. Moreau, Country of the Blind, among others. Interesting. Norman Cousins, on the other hand, was an extremely spiritual man, giving us all these books. And here's one special one that might relate: The Pathology of Power. Oh my goodness. And if you know anything about American politics, which I don't, but I have fingers and the internet, and I found out that Maxine Waters is a ranking member of the House Financial Services Committee. So there's some massive amount of collusion between these 4 energetically, you must admit. There are no flukes, especially when seen through the eyes of the Pleiadian Mayans. The intergalactic Mayans, they're actually capable of time travel, up, down, back, forward, sideways in time, and they can visit any dimension as well. The Mayan calendar did not even originate in the Pleiades. The Pleiades was the 6th solar system. To receive it, we are the 7th, according to various sources. Do your own research. Now, in Mayan embodiment, which is Pleiadian, we always look at the 4 guides in the following order: past, divine feminine, divine masculine, future. And that's because they are in a numerical order. And for Donald being tone 4, you add tone 5 to get here. And this is 9. So 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 is called patient. Then, by the way, while I'm on that numerical thing, we go 9, 10 over here, 11 over here, and 12. 2 of these and 2 of those over here, and that's why we always talk about them in that order. And it's quite possible that that's also the order of importance as far as the past wisdom guide being your childhood up to age 13-ish. Your foundation. Everything happens then. I think pretty much every human being can agree on that. Could we possibly agree on things like that? Anyway, foundation, and then divine feminine, divine masculine actually come together for 13 plus 13, so from age 13 to 26 and up to 39, it really takes us about that long to embody our divine masculine and feminine, and let's be honest, most people never do. And that's why this system came along, to make it so perfectly clear how to do so. Then once you're, let's say, 39 or 42 or so, or even 52, your future vision guide becomes more and more important. So I'm going to tell you those for both of these people, starting with Donald's past wisdom guide. As you can see, it's patient eagle. Patient being tone 9 is directly connected to the 9 months of gestation. That's not actually, it's a very feminine tonal. It is the most feminine of the 13. And that's very interesting. I've actually seen, just in doing the research for this article, because I do not follow the news whatsoever. Nor should you. I've heard it said that Donald was a bit of a mama's boy, and the most feminine tone here makes sense. And in fact, just looking at this picture seems to indicate that, newsflash, Donald Trump has his mother's hairdo. Oh my, did you see that? Look at this. Oh boy, rocking the bouffant. All right. Now, the vision is quite possibly what came from his father. Just another look there. Okay, let's talk about the millions of reasons why there are connections, shall we? Now, as it happens, I have no exemplars for Patient Eagle, but I think we can be quite sure that his father and mother deeply influenced him in his childhood. Guaranteed. Now, tone 9 of the eagle, coming to tone 10, the 2 hands working together, manifesting, and the glyph is called offering. Manifesting offering for Donald's divine feminine guide, which I think we can safely say he has not activated to any large degree. If you think about grabbing them by the most sacred and delicate area imaginable, you would admit he, like most men, is nowhere close to activating his divine feminine. And that's the Pleiadian perspective, my friends. We all have both, because the Creator does too. The Creator of the universe, which the Maya call Hunab K'u, is both divinely feminine and divinely masculine. Nothing could exist otherwise. So we, as humans, being holy holograms, divine fractals, sacred sparks of Godsciousness, which is the Hunab K'u, we all have both too. But it's up to us to activate them. They are dormant otherwise. And you cannot have one without the other. You can't be just divine feminine. It doesn't work that way. You cannot be just divine masculine. That's a huge swing and a miss for most people, especially in the spiritual community who think that only women are feminine and only men are masculine. No, wake up, hello. Anyway, so like I said, tone 10 is the two hands working together, manifesting, and the feminine side is really about creativity. So I guess, you know what, Donald is definitely activating something here. He's manifesting. He's very creative in many, many ways. Here are the exemplars that might help shed a little light on it. Dr. Dean Radin, John Lennon, Credo Mutwa, and Julia Roberts. All of these fine souls are manifesting offering. Now here's all of the key code words for these people, including Donald's divine feminine side. Now we slide across the heart chakra to the divine masculine. 9, 10, 11. Tone 11. I am infamous for portraying as being technically upside down. It adds so much more information. I received it one day as a vision that tone 6 and tone 11 should be portrayed as being upside down. So here on Donald's divine masculine, he is on a double-stacked rollabola. And the glyph is called Gaia, resolving Gaia. Now, Gaia, being a red glyph, is actually extremely psychologically active. Here are all the key code words for resolving Gaia. Now, here are the exemplars for resolving Gaia, meaning Donald Trump's potentially divine masculine portrayal of himself. Timothy Leary, Jane Roberts, and Hans Wilhelm. Oh my goodness, Donald. I'm getting an idea for how to help you manifest your divine masculine. It involves just one little square of paper. If you, sir, were to take a meeting with Mr. Ellis D. or Mrs. Alice D., maybe 3 meetings actually, or meet both of them twice, the whole world would change. I promise you that, dear soul. And especially if you then, or maybe during, no, after, or just before, read every Seth book. All right? It's quite possible that just doing that would help you change the world, Donald. And of course, some of the recent spiritual advancements being offered so easily, understandably by Hans Wilhelm. There is great, great potential here for you, Donald, all right? But you really need to take the medicine of your exemplars. And honestly, the whole world would be a higher vibration world. This stuff is so easy. Do you see why this Pleiadian lens is so important, my friends? All right? 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is called understanding. And your glyph here is the monkey. Donald, your future vision guide is understanding monkey. So from approximately age 52, an understanding monkey has been a huge part of the Dawn's reality. Understanding is tone 12, and we'll come to more of that in a moment. But the monkey is very creative, a performer, little bit of chest thumping, absolutely, trickster, yes, and sometimes they throw their scat. Oh boy, if they're being bad little monkeys. Not that you would do anything like that, Donnie. Now, before we jump into the world of the understanding monkey exemplar, here are all the key code words for that keen. All right, now, in a way, I hope that Donald does see this video. And in a way, I hope he doesn't, because if he sees this next exemplar, it could just explode his ego farther, wider, deeper than it already is. But I have to do my job of telling the truth. So, Donald's Future Vision Guide, The Understanding Monkey, is Robert De Niro. So, you can't unsee that now. Donald's Future Vision Guide has always been Robert De Niro. Which, by the way, means that Robert De Niro's core self, who Robert is, has always had Donald Trump as his past wisdom guide. Sorry, Robert. Sorry, not sorry. I have to deliver the truth. It is what it is. And guess how we get out of all of these traps? Forgiveness. Unconditional forgiveness. Unconditional love. Joined together by unconditional trust. Which means trusting that everything is perfect every single time. The only thing that isn't is the human shadow ego. And the way to transcend it is, like I said, the Divinity Trinity. Now, we're done with the age. Let's move on to the beauty, shall we? Kamala is called Understanding Reincarnation. Understanding is tone 12, which can be seen like 12 individual beams of clear quartz crystal forming a cube, not a solid cube. 12 beams perfectly cut and joined, magically so. Is how I see it. The Maya don't. They have 2 bars and 2 dots. But tone 12 means a lot of things, one of them being complex stability. And if you take a quick look here, you can see that I said complex stability through transitions, and that glyph, which I also am somewhat unique in calling reincarnation, because the Maya just call it death. They would call her understanding death, which she probably does or is. Interesting. However, the word death to most Western ears means finality, means end. And, you know, there's a lot of other associations with it. But to the Maya and basically all other indigenous cultures on the planet, death automatically means reincarnation. So I call it understanding reincarnation, and it's all about transitions, baby. White is the spiritual body. And, by the way, the yellow glyphs are the thinking body. So, Kamala, spiritually grounded, is her first processing means. We all have all four bodies, and I call that the step family. And if you want to know yours, just email me. I'll tell you all about it. Or read my book, whenever that comes out. It should be coming out soon. Or it already did, depending when you're watching this, right? Okay. Time bender. So, Kamala, understanding reincarnation. Complex stability through transitions. Now, let's take a little closer look at her core self. Understanding reincarnation. Interestingly, I have no other exemplar except for herself in this position. So, being born on tone 12, you add 5, and that's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, interesting. Tone 4. 4 direction, 4 colors. Stabilizing. So, what this also means is that everyone who is born on tone 12 has tone 4, everyone. And everyone who's born on tone 4 has tone 12 here. That's the way the Pleiadian system works. We are all one. Een Lak'esh alakin. That means I am another you. You are another me. We are one. One Godsciousness. We are one. Okay? That's the underlying message of everything I'm telling you here. There is no battle. There is no war. It's all illusion. We are all one. Okay? I'll come to a little bit more of that later. Tone 4 and the glyph for Kamala's past wisdom guide is the knife and mirror. Isn't it nice to have a stabilizing knife and mirror to look into for your foundational years of your life? Let's see all of the key code words for this. Now, Kamala happens to have in this position one of the most powerful healers regarding past lives on planet Earth. A man who has affected me deeply, Dr. Brian Weiss. That's all I'm saying. The foundation is there, okay? People with understanding reincarnation, especially those who understand reincarnation, look who their past wisdom guide is. Dr. Brian Weiss. So, from 4 we move to 5. 5 is one hand. It is called empowering. And the glyph here is the traveler. We have no exemplars in this position, but I can tell you that the traveler is the happy camper of the 20 glyphs. They love to talk. Here are all the key code words of empowering happy campers. Now moving across 5 to 6. Oh, here's something interesting. This is another major connection point between Donald and Kamala. Kamala has the slightly easier to navigate with tone 6, balancing as her divine masculine guide. You remember Donald had tone 11 here, more complicated to balance with, but it's really quite similar, isn't it? Now, the glyph here for Kamala is Solar Chief. You could also say Sun Goddess. Balancing Sun Goddess. I think Solar Chief is actually gender neutral, which is why I chose the term. Kamala Harris, Balancing Solar Chief as her divine masculine guide. And guess what? I think to all of her friends, she is an empowering traveler. And therefore, to everyone, her external face to the world is a balancing solar chief. I'm not making this up. I mean, I made this whole thing up, but I didn't make it up. I just translated it, okay? It happened to me, and it was a 1 second zappity, jolty thing, and it took me a long time to interpret it. But now it's finally ready for public consumption. Eat it up, eat it up, eat it up. Spit it out, not like that, but you know what I mean, okay? Balancing Solar Chief. Here are all the key code words for that position. Now, to make this a little more juicy, which is why I do it, the exemplars for Balancing Solar Chief are Helen Mirren, Victor Sanchez, Diane Fossey, and Danian Brinkley. Now, if you don't know who Danian Brinkley is, you can't be my friend. So look him up. And now you know. And now we're friends. Yay! Victor, I gave you the hint. And the two goddesses there. Oh, right? Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the 7th, the crown chakra, and the glyph Kamala has is Jaguar Shaman. Reflecting Jaguar Shaman. Here's tone 7. So her future vision guide is a jaguar sitting on top of the pyramid. All right? Here are all the key code words. Now, I bet you're wondering who the exemplar is in this position, aren't you? Yes, you are, and wait no further, it's Leonardo da Vinci. Whoa. So, just by looking at all of that information, you can see who you think would be more likely to win the election, and that may have no influence whatsoever on the outcome. And in fact, I need to say to you, it does not matter, because as we've been told so many times, the left wing and the right wing are attached to the same bird. So whoever wins, you still get stuck with the American political system, which is so deeply corrupt. In it. Doesn't matter who wins. So stop paying attention to all of the news and all of the drama. They're just cranking up the drama. They want you to fear everything and just ignore it. All of it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who wins. And in fact, I'm telling you right now, they're on the same team. Okay? It's Trump, Harris, 2024, Trump, Harris, 2024, or if that slightly bothers you because of the whole gender order there, it's Harris, Trump, 2024, Harris, Trump, 2024. Did you notice that? I got the red, white, blue, yellow. That's the whole Mayan calendar right there. I got the throat chakra going right here, man. Oh, yeah. So, okay, now, one last little thing we could look at is the day of the election. If you plug that into my wonderful website here, you see that it's called Understanding Gaia. Interesting, okay? That's Donald's masculine, Gaia, and Kamala's understanding. So once again, kind of 50-50. It's really kind of 50-50, and that's the thing. I can guarantee you this vote will be 49.9 to 50.1 at the end after all of the hair pulling and it's going to end up a tie, and they're both going to win, which means everyone else loses, all right? It's a lose-lose. The way the system is right now, it's a lose-lose for 99.99% of the people. Okay? I'm not the first to say that. So again, point is, ignore the drama. If you went into a coma right now and woke up on November, let's say, 6th, and found out, that would be way better, in a way. You know what I'm saying, though, right? Okay? So just drop the drama, ignore it all. Een Lak'esh, Een. I am another you, you are another me, we are one. Okay? Now, here's a little bit of extra information about November 5th. So, just think, how would Charles Eisenstein and Margaret Mead, how would that energy, who would they prefer to be the king or queen, okay? Maybe that might influence things, but it won't. It doesn't matter. The system is rigged. It is fixed. He already won the first time on a fake election. He lost by millions of votes, but because of the fake, corrupt system, he was put into place. And guess what? It didn't matter. Nothing changed. Did anyone's healthcare benefits improve? Did they get worse? Actually, some of the millionaires got a little bit better deals, so yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The last thing I can say to you is that according to many people, we are finally going to have full open contact with extraterrestrials. Many of those people who are predicting these things say that it will be the Pleiadians. Now, I also need to say this. What we know about the Pleiades is there are 7 main stars in their solar system. Our solar system has 1 star. It's called the sun by some of us, other things by others. And we have, I don't know, what is it? 7, 8, 9, 10. How many planets do we even have now? It's so confusing, right? Life-giving? Possibly 3. Probably 3. At one time or another. So let's say that every one of the 7 suns of the Pleiadian system has 3. So they have 21 planets, possibly, with life on them at various times. Not every one of the Pleiadian planets used the Mayan calendar. It could have only been 1. My guess is the planet called Maya. Oh, wait, it's not a planet. That's one of the stars. Ugh! See what I mean? People say, I'm a Pleiadian and I'm from Alcyone. No, you're not. That's a sun. Maybe you're from one of the many planets that rotate around Alcyone or Taygeta, but you're not from Taygeta unless you can say to the universe that, yes, I'm from the sun. You can't say that. All right? So, a lot of factors here, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of waking up going on. And so let me just ask you, if it is indeed the Pleiadians who come down in their little ships, and it will be in many places all at once. There will be many, many ships coming down, and they will walk down and shake the hands of the leaders of the world at the same time, and it's all going to be on every screen on the planet. Who do you want to shake that hand? That's who you should vote for. Decide right now, and then drop the drama. Go in there that day, tick the box. That's all. Very simple. All right? Then we got us a win-win. Finally! Ah! All right, my friends. I am you, our Godsciousness. Namaste.